Yo, what's up guys? I'm back, Astranox, for another Tales of Erin gameplay video. Still with the team here, this team. Working on to win massive battles for Chloe Shards. Still need a solid, maybe there's one of the achievement, like, I don't know, help in multiplayer battles, the hell version of this fight. This gives me like 25 shards. Maybe I still need like 100 shards out of this place. Let's say you get like 1.5 on average, so it's not too bad. Like let's say 65-ish fights. I don't mind. I need the costumes from here anyways, the wind costumes for to try out some stuff with the characters that I pull. So yeah, this team, I don't know if you've seen the other videos, but just Lian, just counter machine, just tanking in front against the wind based monsters. I mean, it's fine. She takes reduced damage. They all deal extra damage against wind. Lotus Moon, 30% defense down with this skill. Deals a ton of damage too. Mao, just a beast of a damage dealer. Nefeeru, team healing, offensive support with all the attack increase on the team. Wow, he got destroyed there. One shard, bunch of costume, like every time. Like the amount of costumes is just great to power up your team. I mean, it doesn't matter if there's no fire stuff that drops here. You end up with the Chloe, your Origin Awakening Chloe. You're getting the fire scorched sky weapon costume. Just an amazing weapon, Put that thing on Lian, just perfect for tanking. Beast of an item for sure. I wonder if Lotus Moon's passive can proc on her skills and ultimate, because her skill 1 and her ultimate do deal a high amount of hits and help for the combo building up. Yeah, so I wonder if it does work. Also, her first skill gathers the monsters all together, packs them nicely. Really quick games, it's just great. Not like the last event, Massive Battles, was such a pain to join with gold though. This is different. There's a bunch of people creating games because there's actually an achievement for that. I gave up on that. I might create a couple. It's just that you need to create hell games and you're limited to 3 per day, and I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I need my stamina for other things probably. At least like Mao does not deal all her damage all at once. I mean, she has that burst portion, but then she has the fire elemental that attaches extra fire damage to her attack. So I mean, there's a high uptime on that guy, so if the boss was in Berserk and then he goes into weak later on, you're still benefiting from that extra damage from the transform, the elemental. There we go. Really, this wind boss does not deal much to my team. No, not in time. 99% of the Divinity. Oh. Oh, it's pretty strong there. Ah, so great. So great. And it's like what, 1 minute per run basically? Like less than a minute. Just finding a game, joining a game, total less than a minute, I think. Oh, this guy just chunked this boss, huh? Tiamat? Yeah, I mean, he had the upper hand on me. He's been in there for longer. Oh, that was real close. Damn, the contribution. He landed that defense down early on, and when you do land a debuff, I'm fairly sure that you get higher contribution. Fairly sure. Just imagine Lian double attack and HP costumes from the event, and a self-buffing crit tier 2 origin, it's called tier 4 in Roman numbers, 100% crit with high self-buffed attack and HP. Oh. If you want her to proc more, just let's say put the tier 4 self-buffing attack on Mao. No, sorry, actually it's gonna do less damage than a tier 3 broken through to level 100 that Mao would have. I would have to compare actually. The stats are higher on the Fire Scorch costumes, but I mean, also the self-buffing attack is higher, I believe. Ah, did not manage to hit it, but it's fine. I got lead anyways. Did the lead there. More crystals. Not full. Alright. Here we go. Now, yeah, if you're wondering what item to wear on the team, if you are fighting wind monsters, wind bosses, you do not need much HP really. So you don't need like that's why I don't run Garcia in the team. Garcia is like a tank, but like Lian can just tank and deal way more damage. So Mao has to get self-buffing attack items, not the team attack increasing costumes, self-buffed ones, just to power her damage as much as possible. Just run 2 self-attack increase with 1 self-crit chance increase on her, or if you do have a bunch of crit on your team already from team crit buffing costumes, you could manage to take down that self-buffing crit rate increase on Mao and go with triple self-buffing attack costumes for some insane damage if you manage to get close to 100% or 100% from team crit costumes. But I think two attack and 1 crit on her is good, because you will just have, it will just take too many item slots on your whole team to get her to 100% crit, meaning the rest of your team, yes, will have high crit, but I mean, if they don't have any other stuff like team attack increase, team HP increase, because I mean, there's some encounters that will be harder, like in Guild Wars and in the Azure Tower. If you're pushing high floors, I mean, you're gonna have to get some HP in there. But let's say you don't need HP, you still need to balance your team attack and team crit. You can't just go all out attack or all out crit. You need to balance this stuff. Because don't forget crit, guys. Crit is super important. Crit is on its own multiplier. Just if you have 300% attack on Mao, and then you get like 100% attack, it's additive, right? So I mean, from let's say she got plus 200, you add plus 100. It is not much. So she had her base plus 200. She does triple damage, right? Now you add 100, you just increase her overall damage by let's say 33%. But I mean, if she had no crit, and now you like, because one self crit buffing item can get her to max crit. So that's you're still with that 200% attack. Well, it's probably going to be way more because of the self buffing attack and all the team attack you're going to have, and plus the buff from Nefeeru, and like a bunch of buffs coming from everywhere, and skill bonus here and there. But yeah, 33% attack increase on her versus a total new multiplier of, let's say she has 175% crit damage. Well, right there, that's if she has 100% crit now and she had barely any crit before, that is close to 75% more damage versus that 33 before. You just got to balance it out. You don't necessarily need 100% crit, but it's so easy to get 100% crit with the self-buffing item, plus the skill bonus, plus the 1 or 2 crit costume on your team. Super easy. On top of that, her spirit costume gets you 8% crit, and later on, when you evolve that costume, you get crit damage that stacks 5 times. So you're buffing that crit damage multiplier even more. So yeah, balance your stats. And the more team attack costumes you're running, well, the more damage your team's gonna do overall. Since Mao does insane damage, Lian can do insane damage, and Lotus Moon can do some pretty good damage. There's only Nefeeru that doesn't really deal damage in there. So yeah, buff up the stats of your team, your whole team, and you'll get way more out of that versus self-buffing each one with individual self-buffing stats. Sometimes you just get an item that's just too good, right? That's just too good. It has, let's say, double skill bonus that buff up the team, or has a nice attack self-buff, and like, you know these items. You just gotta run with them for a while. Maybe you're starting out and like you're pretty much using tier 3 gear. Yeah, like I was running I'm running tier 2 gear. They broken through to level 100, but I'm running tier 2 gear. Yes, yellow gear, because I mean it's not easy to gather these tier 3 and 4 costumes with team buffs for Monofire so far since the launch. So I mean, I've been lucky with the craft. crafting tier 4 team attack increasing costumes. Those are really great. They cap out at 40% attack increase for your whole team, and then add reroll the skill bonus with gold hammer, and you're set. You're set for some great stat increase. Now let's say a self-buffing item is like, let's say top tier is 90% attack self-buff, right? Well, that weapon I got is 40%, right? Let's say you get 3 damage dealer and you count Nefeeru healing as something that needs to be buffed as well with attack. Now all 4 really need attack, right? So 4 times 40%, yeah, that's 160% versus that self-buffing one that gives only 90% when it's maxed out. It is super strong. Also, I mean, you do run self-buffing item on Mao. Why? Well, because she has her spirit skill now. I mean, since the launch, she's the only one beside Alvin, and she's the only real damage dealer. I mean, Alvin doesn't deal close to Mao's damage. I'm very certain of that. And yeah, so you've got to stack everything on her. Use your team to power her up. Lotus Moon doing the defense 30% down, it's helping her. Lian helping with the overall damage of the team. I know she's not like buffing the team, but still, Garcia is just health increase. That doesn't do anything for your damage. But I mean, I know if you die, you're not doing any damage, but you just gotta like do it smart. You just swap your costumes if you need some more health. You don't have to rely on Garcia. If Garcia's in there, he's gonna taunt. Lian's not gonna be countering as much, so you're losing a lot of damage. Look at these counters. Alright, that's the last one, the last battle, guys. If I do get some requests, I'll make another video to showcase the items that I'm running one by one. I've shown the skills on the previous gameplay video. So, but I can put everything in one video. I might just do it soon. Just I gotta put out some different videos out, and I'll see what I can do. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.